जब लग गुरु मिले न साचा, तब लग गुरु करो 10 पांचा.
Can one change Guru? Is it a sin to changing a Guru? After all, who is the right Guru in this path of spirituality? Who is the Tattvadarshi saint mentioned in the Gita? To know the answer to all these questions, please listen the nectar words of Jagat Guru Tattvadarshi, Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj, based on the holy scriptures of all religions.
With the grace of the Supreme Father God Kabir, complete Brahma, we got to hear this SatSang today, very virtuous. Creatures get a human body. Even more virtuous is one who receives SatSang. By souls, you all are amongst those virtuous souls. You are special and dearest souls of God who are listening to the SatSang. By coming to the SatSang, we get knowledge that why are we born? If we are born, then why do we die? We spend whole life in collecting things, got a house, constructed, purchased something else, bought a motorcycle, and we collect many other things, and then we die and life ends. We keep thinking this whole life that this house is mine, this family is mine, this son is mine, this daughter is mine, this car is mine, this bungalow is mine. This body is cremated immediately after death, and no one knows where the soul goes. So how was it ours? How did it belong to us? Every creature has this knowledge that death is a very bad thing, and everyone is afraid of death, but death is compulsory. Why is this happening with us? We are afraid of death. To protect our body, we even sell our property and utilize it in our treatment so that our life should continue. And even after doing everything, death has to happen one day. And this death bothers us. No one likes it. What is the reason for this? If we stress our mind and think, focus our mind, then we do not see any option. Because we used to see that those whom we consider as God, Sri Ram, Sri Krishna, also died, and if we see their death, then it happened in a wrong way even compared to a common person. Lord Sri Ramchandra Ji took samadhi in water of Saryu river. Lord Krishna Ji was killed by a poisonous arrow in the feet. So now we are compelled to think why this is happening. Earlier we did not give much weightage because we used to think that death will happen, but not now. Someone is aged 20 years, someone is 30 years, thinks I will not die now. I am told to have the age in 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and ask those who have reached the 80s, 90s. They also do not want death. They say there are still 10, 20 years more. We live for at least 100 years, and death happens at any time, so our estimate turned out to be wrong. Our estimate is an estimate of a creature. It is an approximation. So for this we have to follow that knowledge given by God. Only then we will be successful. Now we do not like death at all, but death happens. What is the reason for this? We have come from such a place where death did not happen, nor was old age there. The soul does not like old age after attaining human life, but it is compulsory. Does not like death, but it will compulsorily happen. So, it was not there from where we have come after committing the mistake. Now, even if someone is 70 or 80 years old, they also think that I should look young. Somebody is a millionaire or a politician, money is in abundance, they go abroad and get their skin treatment done. In foreign, they get makeup done on their face, get surgeries so that they may look young. For how many days will the surgery be successful? And then he may die by a bullet, may be killed in an accident, then that makeup goes in vain. We could not get to know the benefit that we were supposed to get from this perishable body, how to make the best use of it. We used to live in such a world where there was no old age, used to remain young forever, and death never used to happen. And until we reach that place back, this disease will not be finished. This problem cannot be solved. For that, the information is given in the satsang. What is being said?
तू कौन कहाँ से आने फंदा, देखो आगे विराणी क्यों जलता। तू कौन कहाँ से आने फंसा, यहाँ आगे विराणी क्यों जलता। चल थीर करूं अवगत नगरी, जा चौर सुहंगम अजब ढूरता।
What is being said? Where did you come from and got trapped here and suffering here? And God is saying that let me take you where the soul never dies. Come to that world, going where death will never happen. That is Satlok. We all have come from Satlok. And how did we come here? What mistake did we commit? God Himself came and reminded us. Because the mistake that we had made there, we were not considering it as a mistake. Whatever mistake we used to do in Satlok, we did not consider that mistake as a mistake. That's why we didn't even realize to date what mistake we did, because of which the suffering is happening to us here. So this information is given to you. In the satsang, God Himself has come and told this knowledge which is being provided to you. Virtuous souls, this immortal story that is being narrated to you is the Sat Narayana story. And the stories that we had heard before were not Sat Narayana stories. The meaning of Sat Narayana Katha is Sat Narayana. Sat means imperishable, which is never destroyed. True God, true Sahib. We call him SatSahib. And earlier we used to call him Sat Narayana. What is the meaning of Narayan? God who is seated on the water. That supreme God who is Narayan is Kabir Dev, Kabir Sahib. One who comes and sits above the water on the lotus flower, is Sat Narayana. He is the imperishable God. We call him SatSahib, like Sahib. It is said he is so and so Sahib. He is the minister, Prime Minister Sahib. We call Sahib while speaking. It sounds good to speak Sahib. So call him SatSahib or SatSahib. It is the same thing. So SatSahib means God, SatNarayana. SatNarayana God. Sat means true, imperishable. So whom we considered as SatNarayana and used to listen and narrate their stories, they were not SatNarayana. They were not imperishable like Vishnuji. Shri Vishnuji, Shri Brahmaji, Shri Shivji were perishable. So till now we had neither the knowledge of SatNarayana nor of Satlok. It has been said in Gita Ji chapter 18, verse 62 that Arjun, by all means you go to the shelter of that Supreme God. With His grace only you will attain supreme peace and eternal supreme abode. By grace of the same Supreme God, the eternal supreme abode and supreme peace is attained. As long as there is birth and death, the soul cannot have peace. You see, any creature on this earth, no one is in peace. We used to think that the kings would be very happy. There is no human on the earth as sad as them. Believe it to be true. It is not possible for them that they don't rule because it is written in their destiny. It is luck. They have previous virtues. As a result of those virtues, they have got this problem. Just like the head of a small family in which there are 5-7 members, how stressed he remains in making arrangements for them. Somebody has fallen ill, have to buy clothes for someone, have to pay someone's fees. Then someone is to be married. If the marriage does not happen, then he worries, then there will be further problems. If there is no son, then there is problems. So the point is he remains unhappy nurturing his small family even in dreams, and the king becomes the head of a very big area. He becomes the father. The king is the father of the public. And how much worried he remains. If some area is flooded, then the king gets shocked. If there is an accident somewhere, then he has a problem. Somewhere he has to build something. Somewhere the unrest has spread. Some MLA is thinking of breaking up and he is not able to sleep. So God says that there is no peace here to any creature. The poor think rich are happy. Rich people think the king is happy. The king thinks that it is told there will be happiness in heaven. Believe this to be true. These kings do not have happiness even in dreams. He is not happy and they think there is happiness in heaven. The useless things which we consider as pleasure are not happiness. God says,
झूठे सुख को सुख कहे ये मान रहा मनमोद, ये सकल जबीना काल का कुछ मुख में कुछ कोट। बेटा जाया खुशी हुई बहुत बजाए थाल, ये तो आना जाना लगा हुआ है जो कीड़ी का नाड़।
Now the kings think that there will be happiness in heaven. Now see the misery of the gods. Or someone is to be married. If the marriage does not happen, then he worries, then there will be further problems. If there is no son, then there is problems. So the point is he remains unhappy nurturing his small family even in dreams, and the king becomes the head of a very big area. He becomes the father. The king is the father of the public. And how much worried he remains. If some area is flooded, then the king gets shocked. If there is an accident somewhere, then he has a problem. Somewhere he has to build something. Somewhere the unrest has spread. Some MLA is thinking of breaking up and he is not able to sleep. So God says that there is no peace here to any creature. The poor think rich are happy. Rich people think the king is happy. The king thinks that it is told there will be happiness in heaven. Believe this to be true. These kings do not have happiness even in dreams. He is not happy and they think there is happiness in heaven. The useless things which we consider as he has to build something somewhere, the unrest has spread. Some MLA is thinking of breaking up and he is not able to sleep. So God says that there is no peace here to any creature. The poor think rich are happy. Rich people think the king is happy. The king thinks that it is told there will be happiness in heaven. Believe this to be true. These kings do not have happiness even in dreams. He is not happy and they think there is happiness in heaven. The useless things which we consider as pleasure are not happiness. God says,
झूठे सुख को सुख कहे ये मान रहा मनमोद, ये सकल जबीना काल का कुछ मुख में कुछ कोद। बेटा जाया खुशी हुई बहुत बजाए थाल, ये तो आना जाना लगा हुआ है जो कीड़ी का नाड़।
Now the kings think that there will be happiness in heaven. Now see the misery of the gods of heaven. Read their history in the Puranas. Sometimes there is a war of demons and deities, gods and devils, monsters. Sometimes the gods were defeated. Sometimes the demons were defeated. Indra, who is the king of heaven, ran away leaving the throne and demons occupied heaven. He is wandering hungry and thirsty somewhere in the forest. And Indra thinks that Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh would be happy. They are the head of one department each in 3 worlds. How happy are Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh? Shri Krishna Ji, Shri Ramchandra is the incarnation of Shri Vishnu Ji. When Shri Vishnu Ji took birth in the form of Shri Ramchandra Ji in the house of King Dashrath, became young. As soon as he became young, he got married. Immediately after marriage, he was exiled. During exile, Sita was abducted. Of her, his wife, Ravan kidnapped her. And then there was a war with Ravana. Virtuous souls, millions of people died there. Then Sita returned once back. They celebrated a lot. Lamps of ghee, clarified butter were lit in the city when Sita and Sri Ram returned. After a few days, Shri Ramchandra Ji himself expelled Sita. On what issue? A washerman taunted. He was threatening his wife during the night because of some arguments between both. The washerman's wife left and went to her family. Then when he got her back, he was threatening that I will not keep you at home. Where have you been for 3 days? I am not like the son of Dashrath. She stayed there for 12 years with Ravan and still brought her back home. Shri Ramchandra Ji was the king of Ayodhya. Earlier, the kings used to know the sorrows and pleasures of their people themselves. During the night, Disguising themselves, they used to roam around. When he listened sound coming from the house, he stood there to listen. He got to hear that I am not like Ramchandra, the son of King Dashrath, whose wife remained with Ravan, still has kept her in the house. You leave my house in the morning. Hearing this, Sri Ramchandra ji expelled Sita ji, threw her out of the house, and said that the people of the city are taunting me, and I cannot listen to this. Pious souls, when Ramchandra ji brought Sita ji after killing Ravan and gave the kingdom of Lanka to Vibhishan, then Sri Ramchandra ji had said that I will take your exam. And if you will be successful in the exam, then I will take you, otherwise I will not take. I will burn you in the fire. If you will be burnt in the fire, then I will understand that you were tarnished. You have surrendered to Ravan, and if you do not burn in the fire, then considering you to be pure, I will take you along with me. The same was done. Sita was made to sit in the fire, and there were thousands of spectators. Sita ji did not burn, and everyone said, God, she is spotless. Mother is pure. And after taking such a harsh test, he had brought her back home. Then on one person's taunt, Sri Ramchandra ji expelled his wife. Where did his judgment go? So, they were not even worthy of being a king and were considered as gods. He expelled a pregnant woman to die anywhere, may go anywhere. What was this? Then what was the need to take the test? Then why got so many killed? He should have left her with Ravan and let her live with him. Virtuous souls, God Kaal is the king here. And he does not want the creatures to come to know about God, due to which he has proved them to be gods through his fake messengers. Then what happens in the end? Sri Ramchandra ji left the horse of Ashwamedh Yagya for the rule of the whole earth. Whoever holds this horse should fight with me. His sons held the horse. Sita ji gave birth in the hut of sage Valmiki. After leaving, one son was in the womb, the second one was created. Because of the misunderstanding of Valmiki ji, from the grass, that is from Kusha, a boy was created from grass. This is a different story I will tell later. They became famous by the name Love and Kush. Love was born from Sita's womb. Kush was created by the spiritual powers of Valmiki ji. Love and Kush were young. They held the horse of Sri Ramchandra ji. Then there was a war between the father and sons. Both defeated Ram. Still Sita ji could not come to him, and she got inside the earth. And Sri Ramchandra ji took samadhi in the water in the Saryu river, which was flowing alongside Ayodhya, because of this sorrow. Now look at the history of Sri Krishna ji, an incarnation of Sri Vishnu. Sri Krishna ji, after suffering in the life form of Sri Ramchandra ji, the same soul took birth in the form of Sri Krishna. The whole life Sri Krishna remained sad, was born in jail. Mother and father were imprisoned. Sometimes maternal uncle became enemy. Sometimes Putana tried to kill, sometimes Kesi, sometimes Chanor became the enemy. At times Jara Singh came to fight. Sometimes there is a war with Shishupal. Arguments are happening at times. Kallevan is coming. Shri Krishna ji renounced Mathura because of this misery and started living in such a place where no one could reach. Wise people think that protection is better than fight. Peace is better than quarreling. Shri Krishna ji could have killed all of them because he is a departmental minister in one Trilok. There is a special power. In the creature he had the power within. But he thought, who all should I kill? Here everyone's mind is washed out. Then Shri Krishna ji made Dwarka. There was an island in the middle of the sea which had only one gate, Dwarika, the city of one gate. Thinking that first no one would come this far, we are going to such a place, and even if someone comes there, then we can face them all from one side. So there was one gate. The other three sides of it was water. Shri Krishna ji went there, spent most of his life there. He stayed here for a maximum of 18 or 20 years in Mathura. The rest, he lived in Dwarka. Shri Krishna ji lived for about 200 years, and he spent rest of his time in Dwarka. Now these fake saints, sages, these gurus misled us that one should walk around Govardhan and must go to Vrindavan, must go to Mathura. There our God performed spectacles, his lotus feet touched it, used to roam there, used to take bath. Hey, Shri Krishna ji stayed there for only 20 years in Mathura. The remaining 180 years he remained in Dwarka. There remains no trace of Dwarka. That's why Dwarka was destroyed and drowned in the sea. After the death of Shri Krishna ji, the Yadavas were destroyed. They died fighting with each other, and the rest of the women who were left were brought by Arjuna. Dwarka became empty. After that, Dwarka drowned by sea. Dwarka had gone inside sea. The reason was that God thought that they would come here again so far to waste time. That's why even its trace was erased. If there was Dwarka today, these fakes would have said that God had lived in Dwarka. We should go there. A lot of good deeds will accumulate. There was annihilation in that Dwarka. All the Yadavas had died, were chopped. Even today there are many devotees who go there. The point is that in absence of spiritual knowledge, a man wanders. Due to the absence of true spiritual knowledge, a creature wanders sometimes in Mathura, sometimes in Kashi. Then how did Shri Krishna ji's end happen? In front of Shri Krishna ji, the entire Yadav family died fighting amongst themselves. Grandsons, great-grandsons, relatives died, were chopped, fought amongst themselves. Seeing the whole scene, seeing that total disaster, then Shri Krishna died. If even one family member dies, then the other gets a heart attack. That person goes mad crying. So, virtuous souls, to date we had not received the SatNarayana story. And this is a true story. SatNarayana means true God, and the true stories and tales of the true God. So, the ongoing subject is God had told that as long as you are in birth and death cycle, there cannot be happiness, there cannot be peace. Now, Indra thinks that Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh will be happy. You know about Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, how many disasters happened to Sri Ram ji, Sri Vishnu ji, Sri Krishna ji. Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh think that God is someone else. We are not happy. Now the point is that SatNarayana Katha. SatNarayana means the imperishable God, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh are not SatNarayana. Considering Sri Vishnuji as SatNarayana, we used to hear narrate his story. Let me show you. Sri Brahmaji, Sri Vishnuji, Sri Shivji were not SatNarayana. These are not immortal gods, they were mortal. Their birth death happens. I will show you a glimpse. An indication is sufficient to intelligent. Look, Srimad Devi Bhagwat, published by Gita Press, Gorakhpur. Hanuman Prasad Poddar, Chiman Lal Goswami are the editors. From where has this been printed? This is published and printed by Gita Press, Gorakhpur, Govind Bhavan Office, Institute of Kolkata. I will show you a glimpse of this on page 123, third part. Third part. God Vishnu Ji is praising his mother Durga Ji and saying that you are a pure figure. This whole world is arising from you only. I, Vishnu, Brahma and Shankar, we all exist by your grace. Our Avirbhav and Tirobhav happen. Aha. Avirbhav means birth and Tirobhav means death. Our birth and death happen. Only you are eternal. You are the universal mother, Jagat Janani, goddess Prakriti, Sanatani goddess. This Durga is also called Prakriti. Remember this. It will help you in Gita Ji. God Shankar said, Goddess, if the greatly fortunate Vishnu has taken birth from you, then Brahma, who was born after him, must also be your son only. And then am I Shankar, who does tamoguni responsibilities, is also your child? That is, you only have given birth to me. This is clear. God Shankar says, when Brahma is born, after that I was born, so am I not your child? You only are my creator, Shiva. You are very clever in the world's creation. The same Durga is called Shiva. Your powers are always present everywhere in the world's creation, preservation and destruction. Born of these three gunas, qualities, we Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar, Rajguna Brahma, Satguna Vishnu, Tamguna God Shankar, remain devoted to work according to the regulations. Now this pious Puran, this Srimad Devi Bhagwat Purana has cleared 4 concepts. 1. That Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh are mortal, their birth and death happen, they are not SatNarayana. 2. Durga is the mother of all 3. 3. Rajguna is Brahma, Satguna is Vishnu and Tamoguna is Shiv. And 4. The concept is clear that they can only do allocated work, that is, they can provide only as per destiny. If there are sorrows, then they will only provide sorrow, they cannot change anything. If there is happiness in your destiny and if you worship them, then they will grant you that without interruption. But if there is sorrow destined for you, then they cannot change karma. They cannot destroy any kind of bad deeds. Neither can they destroy the accumulated karma, nor can they destroy the destined karma, and nor the functional karma that we are doing. They cannot change that as well. Like the war of Mahabharata happened. Shri Krishna Ji tried a lot, that is Vishnu Ji, that this war should not happen. Despite his complete efforts, the war took place. So the functional karma could also not be spared. They could not change it. How much devastation happened? Crores of people were killed. Those entire sins were added to the account of Pandavas. They could not even cut off the destined karma. How will they cut off the others? Like in the form of Sri Ram. Sri Ram Chandraji had killed Sugriva's brother Bali. By deceiving him, by hiding behind the tree, hit an arrow. He had to pay that back, had to bear the punishment of that karma. That karma was written in his destiny in the form of Sri Krishna. The soul of Bali became a hunter and the soul of Sri Ram became Sri Krishna, and Krishnji was killed by a poisonous arrow shot by that hunter. So they had to suffer their own karma. Those gods whose glory we used to sing, those whom we used to call omnipotent, were also not found to be almighty. They were not even found eternal because their birth and death happens. Who is their father? Their father is Kaal from Brahma. Virtuous souls, in the SatSang, God is reminded. The situation of the soul and the Supreme Soul is explained. Which actions are good and which are bad is told, and the one who joins the mission, who wants God, is strictly told that you will not commit these sins. If you do not do this, then you will be successful. This is the truth. Then your functional actions also get changed. Like someone drinks alcohol, steals someone misbehaves or does some nuisance, all those evils are made to quit. All those functional karmic actions are also changed. Even if some big misery is destined for you, then God lightens that and destroys.
परमेश्वर शरण में आने से आई टले बला, और जय मस्तिष्क में जय भाग्य में सूली हुआ काटे में टल जा.
If death penalty is written in your destiny, then by pricking a thorn or by hitting your toe, God saves by lightening it this much. God, Kabir, destroys the sinful deeds written in your destiny, and the accumulated karmas which have been deposited in your account are destroyed. What is being said? God comes and glorifies himself.
जब ही सतनाम हृदय धरो, भयो पाप को नाश, जैसे चिंगारी अग्नि की भाई पड़े पुराने घास.
Our accumulated karmas are piled up. Now you have got the true worship that must be done by abandoning this true worship. Whichever practice we used to do was arbitrary and devoid of scriptures. That was against the law of God. It has been written in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 16, verse 23, that Arjun, who abandons the scriptures and practices arbitrary, that is, does arbitrary worship which is not in accordance to the scriptures, then neither he attains salvation, nor does he get any happiness, nor does he get any accomplishment. That is, it is useless. And only for these three outcomes we do devotion to God. And there is no benefit gained from those arbitrary practices that are done by abandoning the scriptures. So, with those practices, good virtues did not develop. The devotional earnings were not accumulated. With the arbitrary worship that was not in accordance with the scriptures which we used to do instead of virtues, only sins increased. The world in which we are living in is the world of Kaal. There is no happiness here. Here, it's only cruelty. Because whose name is Kaal, who is the butcher, then how can there be happiness? Now, he himself says in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 11, verse 32, that Arjun, I am Kaal, and I have appeared now to destroy everyone. Arjun tells in chapter 11, verse 21 that, O God, you are even eating deities and even sages. And these sages are folding hands in front of you. May your well happen. Forgive us. You are even eating them. He says, I am Kaal. I will not leave anyone. And even if you will not fight, then also I will kill them. I have already killed them, virtuous souls, who himself says I am Kaal, and we consider him God. We were worshipping snakes. Shri Krishna was not Kaal. Shri Krishna ji never called himself Kaal earlier, and not even afterward he said, I am Kaal. This Kaal is the Lord of 21 universes and is the father of Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. Durga is the mother of Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. Brahma has been cursed. Call him Brahma or Kaal. He is also called Kaal from Brahma. Because of that curse, he eats 1 lakh human beings daily. For this, he has trapped us here like the butcher keeps goats. He gives all the facilities to those goats, like he makes a fence on all sides so that some wild animal may not eat them, and made pastures all around in which many plant straw thorns are grown. A pond is built, a shed of grass and straw is put up. That is, a hut is made of grass. If they feel cold, they can come below it. If it rains, then they can stand beneath, and the fodder is available in abundance. Now those goats think how good our master is, how much facilities he has given to us. He has given grass to eat, has provided pasture, and has made a pond. Now, goats are only that much intelligent, they forget that time when from he gets an order of 20 goats or 10 goats. So what does he do? He takes a stick and selects the healthy goats. Now amongst them, someone's son may be slaughtered or someone's daughter may be chopped. Mother might be chopped or father. He does not care. He does not bother that there is someone's mother or father. The mother will cry. Her children will cry. He brings them out and does not think. It doesn't come into his mind. He has to select the healthy ones and gets them slaughtered. The same is happening to us here. You see that the whole family dies in an accident, in some natural calamity. The whole area is destroyed in an earthquake. In some families, 4 family members die, 5 die, 3 out of 6 die, in some 4 die. Only children survive and someone's father was saved. This is our situation here, like that of butcher's goats, and we think how good God is. He has provided such good earth. There are various types of fruits, cashews, raisins, apples and oranges. Somewhere there is a waterfall, the river is flowing, there is water below, there is a nice environment. And we produce children. He eats, but he could not think what is this happening with us. Because he has made our intellect so small, has fit us in such a body that we cannot think much. In this, at times, Something or the other is happening, some disease happens, some tension, 100 types of problems in it. God came and provided this knowledge that you are living here in the world of Kaal and are searching for happiness. So the ongoing topic is that they cannot destroy the sinful karmas and they themselves also suffer punishment. This God Kaal is the father of Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. And those who ignore scriptures and behave arbitrarily. So we are living in such a world that if we do spiritual practice according to the scriptures, then some virtues will be gained. But sins will also happen in parallel, so they will be written separately until we come under the shelter of Supreme Venerable Kabir Dev, and that too through the Supreme Saint. You will not be able to get connected with God through fake saints, even though they are also called Kabir Panthi, because they do not have those mantras with which God can provide us benefits. Now, if someone cuts the crops with an axe, then it is not a proper way. It is useless. If you want to cut the crop, then you need a sharp sickle. That will cut it quickly in 1 hour, and he might continue with the hammer for 10 days. It goes in vain. So if the procedure to attain God should be correct, then God is attained. The ongoing subject is that the world in which we are living in is the world of such ruthlessness. For survival, one has to go somewhere. On the way, do not know how many animals are crushed under your feet. Insects, beings are crushed. This is known, but we cannot escape. And God tells that
पृथ्वी ऊपर पग दो धारे और करोड़ जीव एक दिन में मारे.
Now the point is that what worship we used to do by ignoring the scriptures, with that virtues did not develop. Because it was against the scriptures and sins developed on their own.
आइए अब हम उन श्रद्धालुओं के अनुभव जानते हैं जो जगत गुरु तत्वदर्शी संत रामपाल जी महाराज जी से दीक्षा प्राप्त कर चुके हैं तथा उनके द्वारा बताए गए भक्ति मार्ग पर चल रहे हैं.
Namaskar, sir.
Namaskar, sir.
What is your name, sir?
Aditya Das.
So, where are you from?
I come from Dehradun, the capital of Uttarakhand. I live in Kolagad.
Sir, when did you take Nam Diksha from Sant Rampal ji?
I took Nam Diksha on 18th November 2012 from Guruji Sant Rampal ji.
What were your takes on religion and prayers before you became a follower of Sant Rampal ji?
Before taking Nam Diksha from Guruji, I was a devotee of Goddess Durga. I was deeply devoted and our family prayed to Hanumanji. My family asked me to pray to him too, but I could not keep my attention focused on anyone else but Durga Ma. Then there was one incident when I had fasted for 9 days of Navratri. I had a feeling. I always read the Durga Saptasati, but I felt like I should read the whole Devi Bhagwat. I went to the market and purchased a Hindu Devi Srimad Bhagwat. When I started reading it, it raised a lot of questions in my mind. Like the book mentioned that the Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh were the sons of Devi. That clicked in my mind. And then as I reached towards the end of the book, the goddess says that you should not pray to me as well. There is a power greater than me and a person should pray to that power. So that raised a question in my heart that if I should not pray to the Devi, then who should I pray to? I felt really troubled. And that was where the whole book ended without any conclusion. It did not tell us that which book should we refer to, and since I could not find any answer, I was really confused. Also, during those days I was suffering financially. I was already troubled and all these doubts in my heart kept me from praying to Durga Ma also.
Sir, you said that earlier you prayed to gods and goddesses like Ma Durga. So, what all benefits did you get from it?
I don't know if I benefited or not because I was suffering from financial crisis. The conditions were so bad that I wore shoes that were mended multiple times. During those days, I used to work in the field of electrical maintenance. I was really stressed, and I was also confused that if I should not pray to Goddess Durga, then who should I pray to? Then my situations were already bad, and I felt that just because I gave up on religion, my situation is getting worse. So I started praying again to Ma Durga, and during that time, I lost my job in the electrical maintenance. I started a dairy business which caused me losses of around 3 to 4 lakhs. I developed stomach infection, and my overall situation worsened as I was clueless about what should be done. Along the way, the troubles kept on multiplying, financial problems increased. I was under a debt of 10 to 12 lakhs. I was being treated for the infection for 4 years. During that time, the doctors advised me to avoid picking up heavy weights, thus affecting my work. My medical condition was so bad that even the slightest contact with dust used to aggravate my infection. I used to develop red spots all over my body. All these precautions led to a complete halt in my job. For 4 years, I borrowed money for my treatment, and it did not benefit me at all. I could not digest any food. I had to relieve myself as soon as I ate. I suffered from stomach ache, and it started bleeding too. So we kept on praying, and the same way my parents, who were devotees of Hanumanji and Devi Durga. But since I was 3 years old, my mother was suffering from health issues. She had arthritis. We all prayed so much, but we could not understand why all these things were happening to us. Or was it our old sins that were causing us so much of pain?
So, sir, please tell us, from where did you get to know about Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj?
I got to know about Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj through my maternal uncle. One day my uncle gave me a call. I was at home that day. I was wondering what I should do as my body was completely useless then. I could not work or even walk. I was suffering a lot. So uncle called and suggested that we should go to Hisar. It was 2012, date was 17th. So I asked him what was there in Hisar. He said that there is a Guruji who is all enlightened and teaches the path of complete devotion. I have watched him in Sadhana channel. We must go there. I refused him. I told him that I have been to a lot of Gurujis. Once I visited the SatSang of Hardev Singh Maharaj of Nirankari Mission. The SatSang was happening in Mussoorie. There I saw that people were touching each other's feet. When I asked a few questions, I was asked to leave. They said that I was insulting a holy man. I got no satisfaction, as a person can have a few questions in his heart. When I asked those questions, the volunteers there, they asked me to leave the satsang. So I told my uncle that I have seen a lot of gurus and they all care about money. Then my uncle said that no, this guru is different. He is truly enlightened and you should come with me. Even I have been a member of Ram Sharanam Ashram for 12 years, and these years of experience tell me that this guru is really different. So I said, you are so elderly, so I'll come along, and because you trust him so much, I'll go and see for once and seek answers to my questions. So following my uncle's advice, I boarded a bus for Hisar on 17th November from Dehradun. We reached Hisar on 18th. There were doubts in my heart. I sought clarification of those as soon as I went in. I had questions in my mind, and they were that who is this ultimate God? Who is this Almighty that the Srimad Devi Bhagwat refers to? That you should pray to that God. I received the answers to these questions when we went there. We were then offered food and prasad. And in the evening we met Guruji. He met us and gave Namdan.
Sir, even before you got Nam Diksha from Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj, you got the answer to your questions regarding the Almighty. And then you received Nam Diksha. Did you benefit from all this?
I truly benefited a lot after taking Nam Diksha from Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj. When I went to Sant Rampal Ji to take Nam Diksha on 18th November, I saw that there was a donation box. I checked my pockets and I had only 20 rupees there. I felt really embarrassed at my condition. I was ashamed that I had nothing to offer as a person. Avoiding everyone's eyes, I secretly slid the 20 rupees in that donation box, hoping that no one saw it. I asked for the blessing of Sant Rampal Ji, telling him that my business is down in ruins, and I prayed to him to bless me so that I can successfully restart my business. I told Sant Rampal Ji that I had gotten a job in marketing a little while ago. So Sant Rampal Ji told me to resign from the job. So I questioned him that how could he ask me to leave my job. I said that I was unemployed for past 4 years and have finally got a job. I am facing crushing debt. Then he told me that I should avoid lying to people in my marketing job. So I promised him that I won't lie at all. When I stepped out of there, I told my uncle that Sant Rampal ji cautioned me against lying. But the truth is that I have often heard from my seniors that in marketing one has to lie every now and then. My uncle said that you should follow Guruji because he knows the divine truth and he will tell you always the right thing. So I did what I was told to do, and I went to him after a month. A man who was crushed under a mountain of debt and could only offer 20 rupees as a donation. My commission for a month was rupees 358, and after a month my income increased to rupees 3000, from which I had kept aside 1000 rupees for Guruji. I had decided to offer it to Guruji because he was the reason why I was earning more. I kept the money in his hands and told him that with his blessings my income for the month was rupees 3000. Guruji blessed me, saying, "Do not worry, you will keep on progressing like this." After 4 months, there was some downfall in our business. I called out for Guruji's advice. He told me to keep on trying and to stay on the path of truth. So I carried on. And you might not believe me that on 3rd February 2013, due to the issues in the company, all my colleagues' salary, who previously earned 40,000, fell down to 4,000, while my income increased to 12,000. I bowed my head to Guruji. I went to him and asked for his blessings, and yet again he said, "Don't worry, you will keep on growing." And like this, today my salary is more than rupees 40,000. Earlier I used to worry about buying new shoes. Now I have already changed my car 4 times. I have a 2-story flat and my current bank balance is rupees 6 lakhs. And I have a 10 lakh rupees debt. I have paid that too. This is all because of Sant Rampal ji. I had a stomach infection and I had told Guruji about that too. And with his blessings, the infection started going away on its own. Although the medicines and everything was the same. But within 6 months, the infection disappeared and I became completely healthy. The medicines became more effective. And within a few months, all the health-related ailments vanished. There was a mark on my forehead from an injury and the doctors had suggested laser surgery, which was to cost rupees 80,000. Once I started following Sant Rampal ji, the mark disappeared by the treatment that cost only 10,000 and I had to use only medicines. There was no need for any surgery or any advanced techniques. I got rid of all my physical issues and to this day I am completely healthy. I do not even catch cold or anything. It has been 5 years since I took Naam Diksha from Sant Rampal ji and I pray with complete devotion following all his methods.
Sir, you benefited both financially and physically after taking Naam Diksha from Sant Rampal ji. So what message would you like to give to the audience who are listening to you?
The only thing which I would like to suggest to the people is that please try to seek guidance from Sant Rampal ji once and try to learn more about him. The gods and goddesses remain the same, but your prayers will reap benefits only when you devote yourself to the ultimate God. And all our holy books talk about the ultimate God, Kabir Sahib ji. This was the same question that had gotten me all confused. Who was the Almighty, the only greater God to whom we must all pray with all devotion? The Almighty is now present in front of us in the form of Sant Rampal ji. You need to understand this soon as there is very little time left. The sooner you come, the better you will learn about true devotion. God would take you under his wing. He is truly kind and would shower you with blessings.
Sir, you said that you work in the field of marketing and Sant Rampal ji asked you to abstain from lying and always be truthful. But it has been observed that without lying one cannot survive for long in the marketing job. But you have progressed a lot in it since you became a follower of Sant Rampal ji. How is this really possible?
Till this date, we believed that we are the ones who are doing the action or the work. When I came to Sant Rampal ji and he shared with me the holy mantras, the mantras from the Vedas itself and from our other holy books, I prayed and chanted all those mantras. And the power of all these prayers was such that I could tell the truth to people. Other people from my company, my colleagues, they used to think that telling such things to people might cause the company to lose clients. But when I used to tell the truth to customer, share honest facts with them, it was like the divine powers were supporting me. Because hearing me tell the truth, people would agree with me rather than having any contradictory thoughts. This increased my work inflow. So in telling the truth, God helped me. All I did was praying with true devotion.
Sir, you benefited a lot after taking Nam Diksha from Sant Rampal Ji. The devotees who want to take Nam Diksha from Sant Rampal Ji, what process will they have to go through?
The process of taking Nam Diksha from Sant Rampal Ji is really easy. The satsang of Rampal Ji Maharaj is being broadcasted on many channels. There is a strip in the bottom of the screen where you can find the numbers. All you have to do is contact that number and you will be given the information about your closest Namdan center. From there you can find your path to true devotion. It is really that easy.
Sir, Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj is now in prison and people say that he is never coming out of there now. What do you think about this?
Sir, people can believe what they want about him coming out of the prison. God comes to the earth to perform great deeds. The age-old story of Kans and Lord Krishna is known to everyone. Kans was told by the heavenly deities that he would be slain by his own nephew. He will be killed by Krishna. Kans tried his hardest to prevent the birth and then the survival of Krishna. He killed all the children born in his empire. Yet Sri Krishna was born in jail and then ultimately he slayed the tyrant Kans. Kans tried to prevent his death, but no one can go against God's will. Today, all the false religious people, media and politicians who are trying to stop the spread of true devotion in the society, they will fail in their devious plans one day. The world will recognize the powers of Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj, will take Namdan from him and will devote themselves to the ultimate and most powerful God. A lot of predictions around this has already been made. A lot of great people said many things about the future of the world and they all seem to fulfill when we talk about Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj. Everyone who comes to Sant Rampal Ji will be blessed always.
Thank you.
SatSahib.
आप सुन रहे थे जगत गुरु तत्वदर्शी संत रामपाल जी